Everyone, welcome back to the kitchen, and today I have a real treat for you. With fall upon us, it's all things pumpkin and all things apple spice. Today, I've got an amazing and delicious treat for you. These are my version of a caramel apple pie rice cereal square, and they are out of this world. I can't wait to show you how these all come together. And we're going to get started making our caramel apple pie rice cereal treats. These are great for fall, they're great for bake sales, they're great for a nice treat to make for your kids for after school. They're great to take to church or potlucks or any of that good stuff. It's always more fun when you share it with others. So we're going to take the rice cereal treat and we're going to amplify it and turn it into a real gourmet feast. So what you're going to need is 8 cups of crispy rice cereal. You're going to need a 10-ounce bag of marshmallows. It doesn't matter if they're large or small, either will work here. I have 2 11-ounce bags of caramel bits. You can find these in the baking aisle near where they have the chocolate chips and the toffee bits and all of that good stuff that you're going to put in your cookies and stuff. I have 2 separate containers here because one is going to go in the treats, one is going to be melted to go on top. I have 2 cups of freeze-dried apple pieces. You can use any kind of freeze-dried apple here. It doesn't have to be like mine, which are cubed, which came from my food storage. I will leave a link down below where you can get some great freeze-dried apples. But you can buy freeze-dried apples in the produce section of your grocery store. You're just going to need probably 2 packages to equal 2 cups. So you're going to want to crunch those up if they come in slices. It doesn't matter how they come. You can just crunch them up and it'll be fine. A stick and a half or 12 tablespoons of butter, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, a tablespoon of apple pie spice, and a half a teaspoon of salt. This is 1 packet of instant hot apple cider mix or 2 tablespoons. If you are a food storage person and you have that instant apple drink mix, you can use that too if you have an open container. And real, like True Lemon, or True Citrus, that company that makes the crystallized lemon juice and lime juice and what have you, they have just recently come out with a line of apple drink like that, and you could use a couple of those if you have got your hands on them, but I haven't seen them in the store. So this is just that instant hot apple cider mix that you can find near the hot cocoa in your grocery store, and it's 1 packet. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to mix some of these things together. I'm going to go ahead and take my rice cereal and I'm going to put it in this big old bowl, and I'm going to mix it with my freeze-dried apple, 1 packet of the caramel bits. They're little caramel bits. Rick says they look like peas, and they kind of do. And I'm going to stop there because everything else is going to go in the pot with the hot marshmallow mixture. What you want to do now is just get a spoon and toss this up really well. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these up, and we're going to go ahead and start mixing up the marshmallow mixture. I almost forgot, prepare your pan. I have a 9x13 baking pan, just a plain old cake pan. I sprayed it with vegetable oil cooking spray, and then I took one of my parchment sheets, which fit a half sheet pan. Instead of putting it this way and cramming it in there, make sure you put it the opposite way so it hangs over the sides, okay? This fits in my pan perfectly, and when it comes time to remove the cereal treats from the pan, all you have to do is use these as a helper handle and they'll pull right out. So I'm going to go and we're going to start mixing up our marshmallow part. Alright, we've got our marshmallows and our butter all melted down together, and helpful hint, using a silicone spatula is going to be your real friend here. I'm going to go ahead and add in this apple cider drink mix, our vanilla, our apple pie spice, and our salt. And oh my gosh, this smells so good right now. You guys, seriously, it smells like an apple pie. Okay, get this really mixed up well. I'm going to turn the heat off. And because I have this awesome non-stick pan, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour the cereal mixture that we did up earlier right into this pan. Just like that. And this is when you wanna work quickly and toss all of this goodness together and get it all coated. You know, you've made Rice Krispie treats before. You want to get all of this goodness coated with that marshmallow mixture, and then we're going to come back and we're going to put it in the pan. All right, we have our cereal mixture all done, ready to go, and our pan is here. And the caramel bits, they're going to melt a little bit, but then as this cools, you're going to have little pockets of caramel in your treat.
And apple bits. And apple bits.
And apple bits, yes. So what you want to do is just press this in as evenly as possible. Really compact it. And then I'll show you a little trick that I like to do whenever I make rice cereal treats. All right, we've got it in there mostly, but what I love to do is I have this this is a Pampered Chef spatula. They still sell these. I like to just come in here with this and really tamp it down. This is also going to help you even it out. The hard part's done. We're going to set this aside. Remember this other package of caramel bits? We're going to go ahead and melt these in the microwave until they're drizzly. And then we're going to put them right on top. I'll be right back and we'll do that. Okay, I went ahead and I melted these caramel bits. Now, you can melt these in the microwave with just put them in there and melt them, but you have to stir them every 30 seconds. If you add about a tablespoon of cream or water will work, or milk or whatever, it makes it a little bit easier. I put mine in there with cream and I microwave them for 1 minute and then just stir them until they're smooth. It's really, really simple. Go ahead and pour this on top. And I have my offset spatula that I have sprayed with a little cooking spray, and we're just going to go ahead, spread this out on the top as evenly as possible. And it's already starting to solidify, so that is awesome. Now all you got to do is wait for this to set.
That's the hardest part.
That's the hardest part, is the waiting. Wait for this. Don't put it in the refrigerator because it throws everything off. Just let it sit for about an hour, and then we'll come back and we'll cut these up into squares and we'll show you what they look like. All right, we let these sit for about an hour just to cool off enough to where we can go ahead and start cutting them up into bars. And you see what I mean about using that paper as your helper handle? That makes everything a lot easier. So what I'm going to do now is cut these into squares, and I'm going to come back and we're going to show you what they look like. There you have it. Our caramel apple pie rice cereal squares, all ready to go. Cut up in perfect squares. You can cut these up however you want. And I do recommend that these be eaten within 3 to 5 days, and make sure you keep them in an airtight container in a cool, dry place. Otherwise, this caramel is going to start to get soft and gooey, which isn't a bad thing. And don't refrigerate it, because the humidity from the refrigerator will totally ruin these. But I'll have you take a look. These are gorgeous. You see the chunks of apple, that delicious layer of caramel. There's little caramel bits inside, see, on the bottom there. You can see those little chunks of melty caramel in there. And I'm telling you what, we've tasted these and they're really good. But I'm gonna have Rick taste it for you again because that's his job. What do you think?
It's really good.
It really, you would be amazed at how appley these taste. And I really feel like that has a lot to do with the apple cider drink mix that we put in here. It really gives a nice punch of flavor along with those freeze-dried apples and the caramel bits, and there's nothing not to like here. I'm just so serious. These are so delicious. I know you're gonna wanna try and make them. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my kitchen, welcome. It's always a pleasure to have new friends join us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you are a tried and true member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, as always, be sure and hit the bell notification button because we don't want any of you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope you give these caramel apple pie rice cereal treats a try, and I hope you love them. And until next time, I'll see ya.